Welcome to the latest video update from Hammered, the most kick-ass drinking game on the planet. What's new? This is. Just picked up a cheap little table saw from Harbor Freight, the Mighty Might. I'll be using it to cut wooden coasters for the limited edition version of the game. The red line I drew on it represents the width of a coaster, 3.5 inches. Although the saw came with a few accessories not shown here, it did not come with a fence, so I'm going to have to craft my own. What I came up with was to drill a couple holes in the tabletop with my Dremel tool, because I'm mentally incapable of owning anything more than 5 minutes without modifying it or tweaking it. I digress. I'll be using these 1/8-inch bolts to attach a piece of wood as a permanent fence. As this saw's only purpose is to cut this specific length, the permanence of this new feature is inconsequential, maybe even preferred. One last check to make sure the gap is the correct width. Everything seems smooth. Let's cut some wood. Off camera, sadly, because I'm going to need both hands to do this. One to operate the table saw, and one to hold my beer. Before I cut, though, I thought it'd be a good idea to install the safety features that came with the saw. But, by Buddha's sweaty swamp ass, the safety features on this thing are a joke. I feel safer without them getting in the way or bending around and hitting the blade, so let's remove them and get back to the task at hand. Works good. Let's cut a bunch more of these and move on. Also off camera, I took my Dremel tool and rounded the edges a bit. The rounded edges seems to be the standard in coasters. Also, I don't want anyone putting an eye out when you throw these across the room at each other. The coasters are a bit dark for the engraving to show up, nothing a quick spritz of spray paint can't cure. I also had some glow-in-the-dark spray paint laying around that I put on there just for fun, and we're ready to engrave. It generally takes about 15 minutes to engrave each side, but I sped it up here so you don't get too bored. I'm going to make a stack of 40 hardwood coasters that I take out with me for playtesting. They're looking pretty good so far. Still need a bit of refining, but I like the direction that things are going. For the limited edition game, I'll probably add a layer of clear coat, spruce up the edges a bit. But the coasters do feel pretty much indestructible already. Can't wait to try them out. Thanks for checking in. Keep those orders coming in. And until next time, as they say in Croatia, puši kurac.